Hello and welcome back to the R33 Homestead. We are getting ready to can some tomatoes. This is what we got off the tomato plants this weekend. It is Sunday evening, about 7 p.m. and we're just going to do probably about a 4-quart deal here. 3 to 4 quarts, not quite sure yet. So this is just canning number 1 this season. And we're hoping to get about another 4 or 5, and probably at least 5 or 6 times the amount you're seeing right now. So we got the canner and everything clean. We're ready to rock and roll. We got our citric acid. This is just pig scraps over here. We'll throw the tomato cores in there, and we'll use that for as a supplement to the pig feed for Pig and Spot tomorrow. But this is the operation that we're going down. That is a Crown and 7-Up back there in the Yeti, because you got to have some go juice while you're going. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well. We'll see how this goes. And all right. Hello. What we're doing here is we're just coring the tomatoes and taking any bad spots off of them. So we bleach the sink, probably an extra precautionary step that you really don't need to do, but my wife's German, so we bleach the sink before we can anything. But I just basically take a garden tomato, right? Few imperfections on it. I just take a regular old kitchen knife. I don't really have a coring knife. I think they sell those in the stores. I've seen them, but I've never thought to buy one yet. I just take the core out, a little bit left in there, but nothing bad. I can even go in there and get that out. And then any bad spots, this one's pretty good. I just give it another rinse off, and just making a big bowl here of tomatoes, saving this for the pig scraps, and in a second we'll flash boil those, and then we'll skin them, and then we'll dump them in the jars, which are all sterilized and cleaned, and we'll boil the lids and stuff too, but the jars are actually in the dishwasher drying right now. So that's how we do it here on the R33 Homestead. All this is for delicious chili in the wintertime, so we can have our Indiana tomatoes. All right, so the next phase, right, we've cored them. First we clean them, then we cored them, cut off any bad spots, rinse them off again, and then we take them over here and we just boil them in the hot water for about 2 minutes, and then we'll take them out of here and dump them in a bowl of ice cold water, and that'll cause the tomatoes to contract inside the skin, and thus making that skin nice and loose. The skin just peels off, and then you just put the tomatoes in the quart jars. All right, everybody. Well, what we've done here is we took the tomatoes from the boiling water, which they boiled for about 2 minutes, a little bit. We do 2 to 3, and then we bring them over here in cold water, and then you just peel them because the tomato shrinks up in that cold water, and the skin gets really loose. And you just peel it right off of there, and once you're done with that, you just stuff in jars, and basically you want to pack them in pretty tightly, and usually the book says about a ½ inch from the top, so I just kind of pack them in there, squish them down a little bit, and again, this is going to be our soup tomatoes, chili tomatoes, so we got them just chunked in here, well, for the most part whole, and that's how we roll. It tastes delicious. It makes chili. There's no comparison. I don't care. I love the gold tomatoes too. I want to say rose gold. That's not quite right.
No, just the gold.
The gold tomato brand as well. When you're in a pinch and you don't have farm fresh tomatoes, absolutely. But in this case, we've got farm fresh tomatoes, and organic farm fresh tomatoes,
right.
And it wins hands down. So.
And
There's nothing even close to this.
Next step is to add the salt and the pectin.
Yeah.
And then the pressure canner.
And that's it.
Yep.
So we'll have, looks like about 6 quarts. I've got another bowl over here. So that's awesome. And we're hoping to get about another 4 or 5 batches like this. So you figure 6 times 5, 30 quarts of tomatoes we'll have through the winter time. And again, there's just nothing better than Indiana tomatoes. So anyway, everybody have a blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Alright, so we just put in a half a tablespoon of salt into the 6 quarts, and then also a half a teaspoon of citric acid. I think Mary said pectin in the background a while ago, and that's because she was thinking about jellies and jams a little bit later in the season. But right now we're just using citric acid and salt in our tomatoes, just like everybody else. Alright everyone, so we're just now done with the pressure cooker. So we put the pressure, well, we put 2 quarts of water in the pressure cooker, put all 6 quarts of tomatoes in there, of course sealed the lid, and put the little dial on top of it up top, and we brought it up to where the dial starts to jiggle and wiggle, make some noise, then put the timer on for 10 minutes, and we got them out of there right now, and they are beautiful. So just like that, total time is about the whole thing from picking them in the garden all the way to this step's about an hour and a half. So not too bad for 6 quarts of tomatoes. And we're hoping to do this about another 4 or 5 times before the end of the season, and we'll have about 30 quarts or so of homegrown tomatoes to eat over the winter time for soups and chilies. So pretty fun, pretty exciting. Sweet babes.